All right, welcome, folks. Happy Friday. Should be up and running now. I hope that your week's been going well. Weekend's off to a good start. We have another one of our big days. We are continuing with our Final Fantasy V stream that we've been doing for the last few weeks. And then we continue on with Civ 4 AI Survivor game number 6. Thanks, Burinator, for putting up the prediction form. Welcome those of you just getting here. Rienzo, Shallow Thought, and I'm sure others as well. I will just minimize this so it doesn't take up too much time on this space on the screen. All right. Oh, I need to be back on this window. All right. So in the last session, Final Fantasy V, we continued to have our group not be very good at their jobs, fail yet again to protect the crystals or whatever it is that they're trying to protect. And we ended up in Exdeath's castle. We got the palette swap so that it now looks extra satanic. And now we need to climb up to the top floor. So let's get going, shall we? And we will close out World 2 today, barring some kind of disaster against Exdeath. And then we'll be on to World 3 afterwards, which is the final. There's only 3 worlds in this game. Alright. Hopefully I can remember what I was doing. Oh yeah, that did a lot of damage. It'll take me a minute to get back in this again. Oops, I actually meant to use the other one. Is that actually gonna kill that thing? Huh. Well, that actually did work. Let's just, oh no. Doom this thing. By the way, the Reflect Mage does have Reflect status, but it still doesn't block the Condemn from going off. Well, that'll kill that, and then the Condemn will kill the Reflect Mage. That works. Bye. Again, kind of a weird battle, but it works. Pretty good experience, too. Alright, Lena was slightly behind the others on level. Now she's caught up. Okay. This is the room we were where we revealed what the place looked like. Alright, since we were able to take out one of these with an elemental attack, I don't think we need to use the Necromancer kill everything spellcast. Just use Oath instead. That's not going to do much. Yeah, I was like, that's not going to do much. Oops. I actually meant to put that on Ferris. Okay, well... Okay. At least that heal staff is still doing work. I mean, that'll do. Seems quieter than normal? Do I need to... Oh, that's amusing. Wait, what? If you guys need me to adjust the volume, I can. Let me know if it's, like, extra quiet. Because I can adjust that. Yeah, Ferris continues leveling because she's got that passive that gives her extra. Yeah, weird to see human monsters. Okay, so Ferris could use a little bit more health, but the others are fine. Yeah, she has that EXP up ability, so she's leveling. She gets 50% more XP than the others. Does that manifest on the... Does it say how much XP they've got? Yeah, current XP 73k. She has 106. Yep, right at 50% more. All the others are right around 72, 73, and she's at 106. But note that even though she has 50% more XP than the others, she only has 3 levels on them. It's just due to how this game's XP requirements scale up over time. Although I think she's close to leveling again. No, actually not really. That's just like the amount of XP you need per level goes up pretty dramatically. So you even getting 50% more XP means you only gain a couple of levels over the others. These... We didn't even get a damage printout. That thing just died instantly. Those things do have a chance to drop elixirs as well. They have 1 in 16 odds to drop elixirs, so that's kind of nice. Alright, I mean, can we just do the same thing again? I think this will kill it. Oh. in case we don't kill it. Well, the Flaremancer should kill it. Okay. Yeah, we don't get much in the way of experience for killing one of those, but we do get a decent chunk of ability points. The only one that matters on, though, is Bart's. Bart's is close to mastering his job. You have to assume the magic dragon can do something other than fail and die. Yes. They can cast Arrow, I believe. They are weak against Wind Element, though. I could condemn one of them, but I'll just use this opportunity to heal instead. You're looking forward to the Civ 4 game on May 9th? Did I put the wrong date somewhere? Did I put the wrong date somewhere? I thought I had the correct date, but I might have gotten it wrong somewhere. Ah, okay, sorry. You're in Australia. Okay. I was worried I had put the wrong date somewhere. I'm sorry, I can... Oh, there it is. There's the 1 in 16 elixir. That's true. You might not necessarily be in Australia. I shouldn't assume. Alright, we got an ice shield. That is better than the diamond shield, I believe. Yeah, now granted, the diamond shield defends against lightning damage. This defends against ice damage. But it has 5% more physical evade and better magic defense. So for general purpose use, this is better. I am amused that we actually did hit the 1 in 16 drop on the, what's it called? On the elixir. And you know what? I'll just die. We failed the elemental attack. A bit of a waste to use this on with single opponent, but yeah. We hadn't shown Hellwind in a little while. And we do have a healing point coming up in like 2 more floors. Okay, I probably should... This looks like an even better battle to use the Hellwind on, since it'll wipe the whole field at once and save time. Alright. Yeah, this is a more difficult battle. This one gives a lot of experience, though, from what I remember. Bye. That'll kill everything. Wait, what the heck? How did you manage to bring one of them back to life? Even though they all died at exactly the same time. Yeah, 3 magic dragons, a bunny, and a wolf that's blind. I know, right? The little bunnies cast life too, or rise. Yeah, that's 1200 XP for everybody and 1800 for Ferris. That's a lot. And 6 ability points. Bart's is about to max out his job, which increases the odds he'll get the elemental attack on finisher. So, it's worthwhile. He also gets a useful ability. Okay. Oh, I got to give her that helmet back that cuts her magic point usage in half. Because I'd rather be casting this for 19 than magic points than 38. I must have auto-equipped her at some point. Okay. Yeah, this does have slightly lower stats, but it cuts magic point usage in half, and that's one of the biggest weaknesses of that class. By the way, you can just walk right through here. You can also walk the long way around, but you can just walk right through there to shortcut it. These guys have some... They have some kind of dangerous spells too, but there's only 2 of them, so we should be able to just take them out. Without having to use our magic points. This is probably not going to kill. I believe they have 2,000 health. This is not going to kill this. I might do better just to attack physically. Okay, good. Well, that was an instant death attack that failed. Oh, I would have turned them into stone. Wouldn't have actually wiped them out, but... Anyway, a Bart's attack here, and then a Ferris. Okay, I thought it would take the cannon as well. There we go. This is the final ability, Blade Blitz. So, now, The Gladiator has two very useful abilities. Blade Blitz hits all enemies. It lowers the attack multiplier, but it does hit everything, so it's super useful. And then Long Reach lets you hit from the back row, no penalty. For random encounters, Blade Blitz is usually better. Also, I see the auto-equip has done stupid things again. So now we have to put him in the front row, where he will take more damage from physical attacks. But now he'll be able to hit everything on screen when he attacks. Which is, as I said, quite useful. Okay, well, and then or we could have a battle like this. I think this will be a good chance to just wipe everybody out. Well, my solution was to have Kara. Oh, by the way, thank you for casting that spell. Here's Blade Blitz. See, it hits everything. Oh, that damage was terrible. You need to knock Kara out of her confusion. So I can cast Hellwind and wipe everything. Oh! I was like, well, I'll just heal her with the heal staff. I was like, I'll just heal her with the heal staff. Oh, by the way, he has an ice shield. That ice spell is not going to do anything. It actually healed him, which is hilarious. Keep forgetting I can't heal with... I can't use the healing staff on the undead. Anyway, wipe these guys out, please. Anyway, good night, Whitebeard. Sorry the time zone's awkward for you. Okay. We do need to heal that damage, because we can't heal in battle. Alright, an Ether. Alright, now there is a treasure down here. We take, I think it's 50 damage every... No, we take a lot of damage on these tiles. Where's a Geomancer? Where's our Geomancer to keep us from taking damage on these tiles? Now, you can never die from that, but it can drop you low enough that, oh, yeah, that's the danger of being in the front row. I should have used Blade Blitz there. We need to get this battle over with immediately. There is a healing point right up ahead. Fortunately, the Necromancer to the rescue again. I was like, that is the danger of being in the front row. Fortunately, by now, high potions are not hard to come by. They're pretty cheap at this point. Anyway, this is a bow. Which, by the way, this class can equip bows. Bow that sometimes attacks multiple times. Done. Oh, but we can't use... the weakness... This class can equip bows, but we'd have to unequip the shield for that, so that is not worthwhile to do. We don't want to unequip the shield. Shields are really good in this game. Alright, same battle again. Oops. I keep meaning to use Blade Blitz, and then I don't use it. I mean, honestly, I know I'm running out of magic points here, but there's a heal point right up ahead, so we can get them back. And these battles are dangerous enough, I don't want to mess around too much. How close are they to leveling, just out of curiosity? Pretty close. Alright. Probably shouldn't have run them down to 1 HP before healing. I just wanted to get out of the lava. Hey, we got a random encounter 2 steps later. Alright. These things are not as dangerous. And once again, why didn't I use Blade Blitz? The thing in the back can use an instant death attack, though, so... We'll just use Oath here. I should have just used Condemn on that thing in the front, or in the back. Has an attack called Blaster that's an instant death attack. Hopefully we won't... Okay, that was pretty useless. Here, just Doom this thing. Doom works on basically everything. It doesn't work on bosses, unless they lack the heavy flag, but it does work on everything else. Alright, bye. Yeah, Condemn, pretty useful ability. The later the game goes, the better it gets, because you can just doom almost everything. Someday I'll remember to use Blade Blitz. Alright, since that attempt failed, we'll use, we'll wipe them with Hellwind here. Because that initial finisher missed. He said good XP. Wow, random encounter rate seems rather high. Alright. Let's actually remember to use this. Yeah, pretty good damage. Note that it does do less damage to enemies in the back row. But we can condemn, that'll definitely kill that. We'll use Oath here. Try to save a little bit of magic. We can condemn the one in the back. Okay, I should just stop using Oath. Oath is not useful at this point in the game. Oh, it actually failed. Do those guys have the heavy flag in the code or something? Actually didn't work. Oh well. The Black Warlocks, apparently, not vulnerable to condemn. Yeah, by the way, there's a save point right here. Or no, there's one more. It's one more floor up. Whoops. We have to get to the floor with the moving passageways. But it's definitely worthwhile to grab that elixir. I'll try to just take this guy out instantly. I mean, that's pretty good. Stab him! But we can condemn you. Okay, that was underwhelming. Osmocism. I was like, okay, that was underwhelming. Bye. I forgot I have to select the hotkey. Okay, the Blade Blitz did not do that much damage to the Golem. That Golem looks like it has a lot of physical defense. Oh, there's the instant petrification. Fortunately, we can solve it. I mean, that's an instant game over in a solo game, but we have a party here, so we can just fix it with an item. No, we'll do a lot of World 3. I want to show... I mean, we're in no particular rush. This is the thing that cures it. We'll show off a good portion of World 3. Besides, getting more, like, experience for the end game is good anyway. Oh, this thing's still alive. Okay. Yeah, you could probably use... Oh, and then... Oops, I was trying to use that on Ferris. Well, the dungeon's not so big that we'll run out of these high potions before we reach the end. Alright. Time for the moving floor challenge. Can I hit the button at the proper moment? Nope. I'm trying to get the chest. Hey, there we go. Got the first one. That's a samurai weapon no one can equip, unfortunately. Ah, missed it. Too late. That's not too bad. Blade Blitz is no good here because there's only one target. Bye. We don't get much of anything for this battle, so it's not one you want to fight. There we go. Not too bad. Only failed one time. Alright, Icebrand Sword. Slightly higher attack than the Flame Tongue Sword. See? Not much of a difference, but it is slightly higher attack. So if something's not weak, if there's no like ice or fire resistance, then you might as well use that one. Alright, now we just have to get this right in the middle. And here we go. Not too bad. We'll use the cottage to get our magic points back. Does the Dark Art Collection mostly happen in World 3? Yes. Well, the ones you can get. There's not that many that we can get. There's 8 of them in total, if I remember correctly. Or is it 8? It's either 8 or 10 in total. And like half of them are in the post-game dungeon. So a whole bunch of them we can never get at all. Alright. These yellow dragons are pretty nasty, but we can condemn. We can do that. Well, I mean, Finisher will take care of them too. It's like, well, I mean, I'm like, these things are nasty. Instantly dies to Finisher. Oh, that's right. You have to go through up here. Where's the passage? There it is. There's an elixir inside. Okay, since we got the elemental attack, we won't use the big AoE. Try to take these guys out more naturally. That'll do a lot of damage. Also puts them in confused status. Oh, well, I can barely say I wasn't expecting them to commit suicide there. Confusion into self-casted break spell into instant petrification death. So that happened. These games can get silly sometimes. Oh, hey, we even got a high potion back. Ferris is not that close to leveling. She's will pretty consistently stay about 3 or 4 levels above the other party members. And we still have a little ways more to go. If you're wondering why I went back to save the game, that's just habits of a habits of a solo game player. You have that save point, you abuse that save point to make sure you don't have to redo the game. Can we get the same thing over again here? Yep. Okay. We'll just fight the same battle again a second time. Bye. I love how we just don't have to do anything. We're increasing our high potion supply. Bartz has been nailing the elemental attacks recently. He is up to 50% odds for him to do the elemental attack. Because he maxed out his job class. He starts out, when you first become a gladiator, it's only 25% odds to hit, and then it goes up to 50% if you've mastered the class. So the odds do get better over time. It's kind of like a better version of Sword Dance. Although Sword Dance can actually exceed the damage if you have characters that are powered up enough, if you are able to attack multiple times. Anyway, now we have to deal with the stupid lava floors again, which are very annoying. Again, you're supposed to use a Geomancer to avoid taking damage on these. We do not have a Geomancer, though. I think most of the damage I've taken has come from the floors. I thought that led somewhere. Well, we'll go up the stairs. Okay, I think this is a good time to blow them away. The Iron Fist can do some... What is it that they have? They can charge up a physical attack that does, like, insane damage. We're just gonna not let them have that opportunity. But why give them the chance to do that? Has anyone not mastered their job? Like, technically, Kara has not maxed out her job class yet, technically. Okay. Where do we go to get the carbuncle? There's a staircase that leads over to that. Well, I'll probably fall down here trying to hit these switches. I used to know the path through here better than I do now. I think it's this tile here. Twin Lance. Now, nobody... This is a nice weapon because it hits twice, but no one in the party can use it. Only ninjas and mimes can use this, yeah. Oh, not that tile, apparently. When I played this game all the time, I had this memorized better. Okay, we don't really need money. Again, the floors are what's actually killing me here. Because we can't absorb too many of these floor tiles. If only I could float, or yeah, float would work as well. All right. So is it this tile? Nope, it's the one on the right we have to go to. Okay. Well, that's quite annoying. It's the one on the right. All right. This one. There we go. That's why I was coming over here, so I could do this boss fight. Okay. Now, I haven't fought this boss a lot. We're just going to use our standard stuff to try to kill this. It likes to reflect spells at you. I would have been... I kind of wish that you would use that ice spell on Bartz, who's immune to ice element right now, but it's fine. Hopefully we'll just roll on finisher and... yeah. We definitely don't want to do predict right now. Okay, well. That's easy enough to fix. There we go. The advantage of having a full party. Will that actually confuse it? No, it must be immune to confusion. Hey Newton, thanks for popping in. Yeah, this carbuncle has obviously appeared in some other Final Fantasies. Alright, hey, 11 ability points. And we get another summon that we're not going to use. You kids are strong after all. That summon is vulnerable to stoning, break status. It actually has a form shift. When it does its form shift, you can kill it instantly with break. So we get another item in our inventory. Oh wait, no, okay, I guess it didn't actually pop up in our inventory. We currently have Rama, Kotobel Pass, or Shote in the fan translation, and Golem are all hanging out in our inventory. So I guess we literally did learn that spell. We have Shiva, Ifrit, Titan, Carbuncle are all in here. Carbuncle puts everyone in wall status, or reflect status, depending on your translation. Alright, now we can actually go to the end, and not have to keep backtracking here. Even though we had good results there, I'm still just going to hell win these guys away. We're not going to run out of magic points, and even if we do... Oh, one of them's still alive. In that case, let's just heal somebody. The ice element. Apparently those guys were weak to ice element, because that did double damage. I didn't remember those guys were weak against ice element. Alright. Alright, so... Now, in order to get this to work, we have to go down to this right here. So we have to go up here and then walk down. Now, I can't remember which one of these three we have to step on. This is a little bit of a trial and error. I'm going to say it's this one. No. My inability to remember here. The problem is I'm running low on high potions. I've already gone through half of them. Never thought that that would be something I'm worried about, is running out of potions, because you can only carry 99 of them. Exdeath, why didn't he just make the entire dungeon nothing but these floors? I mean, there's only 3 tiles here. It could be. I have to get the right one eventually. Right down here. Alright. So, it's either this tile or this tile. I can't remember which one. We'll try the middle one. Okay, the middle one worked. Now we just have to walk back. Okay. Good, we're through the stupid puzzle room. And there is a save point on the other side, thankfully. Yeah, just go away. I'm going to use a cottage anyway and get my magic points back. Just go away. You see the magic dragon takes double damage. There we go. So we've now mastered the necromancer class, which means we've gained undead. If we wanted to, we could switch to another job and remain undead. Why you would want to do that, I have no idea, since being undead is more of a penalty than a bonus. But we could in fact do that. We could be an undead knight or an undead white mage if we wanted to. It's ridiculous, but we could do that if we wanted to. Alright. How close is these guys to leveling? Not that far off, but they probably won't get another level. I don't believe... Exdeath does not have level 5 Doom, so I don't think we have to worry about that. Alright, now there is a treasure over here on the right. Hi, Jack. Welcome. Look, it's more of the little bird... what are they called? The things that like to revive things that died. Yep. These things are very annoying for that reason. So, you know what? Go away. Are you serious? You gotta be kidding me. Go away. The note that the golem did not die to Hellwind, although it doesn't have much health left. Yeah, get the heck out of here. There we go. It's very easy to miss these treasure chests. Like, they're kind of off to the side. Now this is a dragoon weapon. Can we equip this? Is this like, I believe, can the Gladiator class equip this? Yeah, gladiators can equip these. So that's actually a slightly better weapon than what we have here. Oh no, it's actually worse. Never mind. Beautiful yet deadly spear. So I guess there's no point in holding on to this. Is there? That would be nice if we had a ninja to throw the shuriken. Fuma shuriken. It's pinwheel in the fan translation. It's just like a stronger shuriken. It does really, really heavy damage. It said it was in chat. If you want to have the bone mail without the benefits of having the bone mail, something like that. I mean, let's not just get rid of these guys. They're annoying enough that we don't need them. Alright, bye guys. Oh! A power staff. That does that puts someone in berserk. That uses berserk when you use it in battle. Interesting. Can I do anything crazy with that? Can be equipped by the white mage. Would I want to put any of my characters in berserk status? Probably not, even though it does give you a damage boost. That's still kind of interesting. That's really interesting, though. I don't see an actual use for it with this party, but it's still funny. Now I can't remember what monsters are vulnerable to getting berserked. Alright. It's empty. By the way, if you don't open the chest, you don't have to fight Gilgamesh here, but we do want to fight Gilgamesh because why not? I'm waiting to condemn whatever is alive after this. I mean, it will kill everything, but then these guys are going to use their stupid Arise. I should use it in the Fork Tower. There's no way that could backfire. Wait, it brought itself back to life again? How did it bring itself back to life? I'm like, how did it bring itself back to life? It's not guaranteed that they'll come back to life. It's just a chance for them to cast a rise. Are you freaking kidding me? They have the ability to just come back to life instantly. Like, I literally killed this guy, and then he cast Revive on himself when he died. What, just die. They only have 1,000 HP. Yeah. Fortunately, they can only cast it, I think, twice before they're run out. Oh, hey, I'm Phoenix down. That's actually useful. Hi, Gilgamesh. Now, this guy has 53,000 health, but after you deal 13,000, it triggers a cutscene with him. That's so that you can't actually kill him unless you can somehow deal 40,000 damage without triggering the cutscene, which is basically impossible. I already took the treasure. You guys are so burned. And then we do this. Whatever that's supposed to be. Well, that just cut Bart's level in half. Good thing Finisher's damage is not dependent on level. I should have moved him to the back row with Long Reach. I need to do that for the Exdeath fight. Well, we already did most of the damage we need to deal to this guy just like that. I mean, this guy's not hard for like a full party. He mostly uses various status attacks. I feel like we've gained an understanding. He put us all in. Okay. The only one that really matters for is Bart's. The only one who actually physically attacks. Oh, thanks for the timer. Yeah, I should have been on top of that. I wasn't paying attention to that. Some weeks I'm on top of it. This week I was not. Oh. By the way, note that the sunglasses are above the head of the frog. One of those things that's just really funny. What happened to that spry old fellow? I see. Okay. We should be, this should be enough to start triggering his end of battle dialogue. Alright, we need to knock you out of sleeping status. Note that Bart's is still in aging status. So Bart's had his level cut in half, and he's having his stats drained away from aging status. As I said, this battle is mostly about various status effects. Fortunately, being turned into a little tiny person does not affect spellcasting. Enough expository banter. Now we fight like men, and ladies who dress like men. It's morphing time. Again, this is all stuff added in the English translation. So now he'll try to attack us with Excalibur. If we could somehow deal 40,000 damage here, we could actually kill him, but that's, again, basically impossible to do. This one actually cures status. We'll put this on Bart's and actually cure his statuses. Although the battle's probably going to be over before then. So he took the Excalibur, but it's actually the Excalibur, which means it has, like, the lowest attack in the game. Although you can throw it. If you throw it at enemies, it actually does a lot. We can actually stop. The battle's actually over at this point. We just have to wait for the pre-scripted dialogue to end. So there's really no point in hitting him, but, like, there's also no point in not hitting him, so, like, why not? Alright, Bart should get restored. Now he's no longer in age status. Of course, he already lost a lot of stats. That's why his critical hit does so little damage. Here, cure these statuses on you as well. You can actually do Oracle stuff when you're a frog. Yeah, so the sunglasses is dark. It gives you, increases your chance to miss. I think you have 75% odds to miss when you're in dark status. The frog will stop certain things. It drops your physical attack to, like, nothing. It stops... I believe it also stops spellcasting as well, but it does not apparently stop the use of Condemn, which is not classified as spellcasting, apparently. There we go. That's the big... That's Ferris's highest damaging one of those. This is far from the strongest of swords. I feel so betrayed. It stops all spellcasting except Toad. That's right. You can also equip it with blue mages, yeah. So there are some things you can do. Oh, hey, we're back. If we actually hit a whole bunch... As I said, if we hit like 5 of those finishers in a row, we could actually kill this guy, but the odds of that are really low. We'll just keep curing statuses. But anyway, this is the end of the battle here. Once you trigger the form shift on Gilgamesh, the battle's actually over. You just have to wait for the cutscene to finish playing out. Although you can die, it is possible to die during the cutscene. But it's pretty hard to do, because he starts attacking and just does no damage. No! Anything but that. I think Gilgamesh needs more arms, right? Thrown into the rift. No! On the plus side, we did get the Excalibur. So, I mean, Bart's can equip this, but you can see it shows that it has attack 100, but it actually does, like, no damage at all. Still, with Blue Mage, what is it? The Blue Mage, there's the Blue Mage, what's this Blue Mage ability that you can use? I'm trying to remember which one it is that fixes that, that allows you to get that, where's the mallet? Here we go. Anyway, one of the Blue Mage abilities can use the actual damage. Goblin Punch, that's it. Goblin Punch, yes. Alright, while I'm thinking about it, let's give you Long Reach. Note that the game instantly equips the Excalibur. And the Bone Mail, because the game just goes off of, like, highest value. Alright, I'm going to want a Reflect Ring on, my Necromancer for this. Now we need to go save and heal. And then I need to get Lena's... How close is Lena to leveling again? Not that close. And then I need Lena's magic points to be on a digit that I want for prediction purposes. She does have Predict, right? So I can use Predict in this battle? Okay. Alright, Cottage. Woo! We'll save it, but we actually need to... what digit do I need? She needs to be on either a 7 or a... What is the 7 value on Predict? I'm trying to remember if that's one of the ones I want. I'm just going to look this up real quick, because I can't remember what all the predicts are off the top of my head. Alright. Predict. Here we go. Oh, 7 is Blessing. That's pretty good. Actually, that's... okay, well, I'll just cycle it back so the first one's on Cleansing. I just need to use one blessing here. Or not one blessing, one get me off this menu. So we'll fight one random battle. Even Tinier Kryl is adorable, yeah. Okay, oh. God, now we have to do this stupid. This is probably a bad battle to cycle her past this. Well, anyway, I'll just have her use the prediction. It's probably going to kill Kara, because it'll be a heal for our party, but that will kill. Oh, oops, I actually wanted to use Hellwind there. Whatever, Skeleton. Have your fun. Okay, Predict. So this one will cycle her down to a 0 for the magic point. It'll actually heal the whole party. The problem is it'll probably kill Kara, because healing kills Necromancers. But I needed to cycle that throw. And I can't retreat from battle. Otherwise, I'd just run right now, but that would be bad for Brave Blade purposes. So that'll kill it. They only have 1,000 HP. It'll die. It looks like it failed its revive. As I said, it's not guaranteed to work. It looks like that one failed too. So this will heal everyone, except it's probably going to kill Kara. As I said. I mean, it's a great heal for everybody else. Not so good for her, though. Seriously. Oh, it also puts us all in regen status, which is also super nice. Oops, I thought I was on Lena there. Oh, wow. Let's see, will this revive something? Great. But at least no more revival shenanigans after this. We just have to kill this thing now. Fortunately, this thing has a lot of health, but we'll get it. Nice. Physical evade for the win. Again, I would heal Kara, but I can't. I literally can't heal her. I guess I could break poison rods on her. That's the one way you can heal them, is you can break a poison rod on them. All right. We still have enough high potions. That will be all right. Okay. Saving the game. We now have our prediction queued up. This might be a rough battle for Kara because she can't heal. I do have some poison rods, don't I? I have at least one. I should have bought more. I can always buy more later. We have one poison rod, so we have one. She can heal herself one time by breaking a poison rod. Interesting. 27 people pick Gandhi. That's almost 10%. I mean, it's not impossible for him to win. I just think the odds are stacked against him. All right, cutscene time. Do not interfere. Exdeath, no way we'll let you get away with this. Based on our prior track record, I think we will let Exdeath get away with this. Our track record is not good. Mwahahaha. Have you have any idea what I plan to get away with in the first place? Bartz is like, well, I don't actually know what you're doing, but I'm confident it's evil. You have no idea of the truth. I will return the earth to how it used to be. You'll turn it to a world full of evil. It's like, no. You could never understand my motives. I mean, Bartz is not really wrong. He kind of is just evil. I will tolerate no more interruptions. Alright. Exdeath battle. So Exdeath is the boss of World 2. This is a tough fight. This is always a difficult battle. He has 32,768 health, which is a number that I am very familiar with from playing this game with all the solos. 32,768. When you do half of his health, when you get him to 16,000 health remaining, he will go into a different AI routine. He has a very complicated AI routine to start. He does like 8 or 9 rounds where you can each do one of 3 different things. And then when you drop him under half health, he just starts attacking and casting spells. Most solos would typically equip a reflect ring or a wall ring in the other translation. And you just try to get him under 16,000 health, and then you would just sit there and heal while he killed himself on reflected spells. That doesn't really work with a full party. With a full party, the battle actually gets harder when he gets low on health. But we'll just see what happens and play it by ear. Oh, he actually did not do Condemn. Normally, he has the first round, he has 2/3 odds to use Condemn, 1/3 odds to attack. He actually did not do the Condemn, which I'm quite happy with. How easy this battle will be is also going to be dependent on how many of these finishers we hit, because they can take big chunks out of his health. It also helps that everybody can be in the back row here. Like, that's pretty convenient. Alright, so obviously we're going to Hell Win, and then we're going to use our Predict. I mean, that's excellent damage. Alright, and we want to use this. Oh wait, I think I actually wanted to use the one that costs 3 magic points. Whoops, oh well. That's fine. This might be the only Predict I use anyway in the battle. Alright, now he'll get to do something. He uses Dynamo, which swaps your row most frequently for the second round. We'll see if he does that here. Yep. So he just swapped a lot of them. I don't mind Bartz being in the front row. Lena and Kara should definitely move back. Alright, well that was less than useful. That's pretty good damage. Yeah, you guys are just gonna get out of the front row. Alright, well this will do a lot of damage. Well, it might. I don't know what his I don't know what digit his health is on. That was good damage. Yeah, pretty good. Get you guys back there. Nice. Physical evade. So we attacked twice there. Again, we have no way to heal Kara. Oh my god. Bartz, this is not the time to start getting the failures. He only has 25% odds to get a failure now. Yep, good damage. Alright, I am going to put a heal on Ferris. That'll go off in a couple rounds. Could have also done a prediction, but... I believe I'm queued up for Starfall, which is very random. Oh, nice. We're getting some great physical evasions. Wow, double physical evade from Ferris. That's really good, because Exdeath's physical attack is quite strong. Bartz, can you actually hit your finishers? There we go. Okay, so we've done about 25,000 damage, roughly. So we need to do about another 7,000-ish damage. And he's gonna be doing a lot of spell casting and a lot of physical attacking now. Oh, never mind. Okay, I guess we did enough damage to just kill him. Okay, I didn't realize we had done that much damage. The Hell Winds and the predict added up faster than I thought. Okay, so we just kind of owned him there. Nice. That went better than I thought. Anyway, I hope that was entertaining. I apparently flubbed the math in my head really badly. I didn't realize, I guess the Hell Winds and the Predict added up to quite a bit of damage faster than I thought. Yeah, so apparently the community has picked the second place correctly every single time this year, which is wild. And this week it's on Shaka, so whether they can go 6 for 6 is going to be impressive. Oh, within the game, yeah, the crystal shattered yet again. How many times have we seen the crystal shatter in this game? Who could have possibly foreseen this? I know, right? It is a little weird because, like, we beat Exdeath, but then the crystals blow up anyway. It's a little confusing. Like, what exactly happened is a little weird. By the way, they reused this sprite of Ferris, like, laying down. This is extremely similar to the sprite of Terra in Final Fantasy 3/6. It's extremely similar to the sprite of her laying down in her Esper form, for those who have played that game. I have no doubt that someone just was like, let's just reuse this design because it looks kind of cool. Shallow thought, I can't take the contest seriously. My last-minute panicked random picks have beaten Sula's careful analysis. Well, you have to remember, there's one thing that's different about that. That's because I am cursed and my picks refuse to happen. It's because I am apparently cursed. I have not gotten the winner right in a long time. Like, the actual who won the game, I have not gotten right in a very long time. Okay, in terms of equipment, I think I'll go back to the Elven Mantle here. I don't think there's anything else I have to change here. I think everyone else is still using... I mean, I could switch Bartz back to Blade Blitz, which I should probably do. And then make sure that he has items that are not stupid. And he doesn't have to be in the front row for that. Alright. Yeah, it's hard to know like what's a good pick and what's a bad pick until we run the alternate histories. That's really true. Alright, also we're about to lose Lena here for a little while. Until after we do the Pyramid Dungeon. That's okay though. Even though Lena's a very valuable member of the team, we can make do without her for a little bit. You can also just rush through the Pyramid Dungeon up to the top and then come back and do the rest of the dungeon with Lena, but I'm fine with just doing it normally. So we should have time to do 1 or 2 more dungeons here in World 3. I love how these... this is a little weird from a plot standpoint. Like, Lena and Ferris go back to Tycoon, which is where they're from. And then everyone is, like, total jerks to Bartz and Kara. Like, for no apparent reason. Everybody's just really mean to them. We also get to see the Ferris and the Dancer costume sprite. This is the only time this sprite is used in the game. It's literally her dancer costume if you've seen her as a dancer with the dancer job. I'll show that once we get Ferris back again. Ferris's dancer costume. Ferris has some fun costumes too. Okay, Bartz, calm down there. One interesting thing about this game is there's no romantic relationships between any of the major characters. Like there just isn't at all, which is kind of interesting. You would have thought that they would have done that, but they don't in this game. Bartz does not get matched up with anybody. I mean, he says that Ferris is pretty, but that's about it. So, kind of interesting. You would have thought that they would have had at least some kind of romantic pairing, but no, not at all in the entire game. They're just all friends, which is kind of cool. Anyway, Ling Mario Samus, I don't know quite what you're getting at here. Mr. Barbarian, in my girlfriend's Tomodachi life, her Mii's just had a massive Gandhi fan club. Oh, that's right. I think were you the one who posted that on the Discord? Someone posted that. I might be thinking of someone else. Bart's true love is wandering the world on his chocobo. By the way, we're down to just Bart's. We've lost the entire rest of the party. It's just Bart's right now. So we can wander around the castle if we want. I mean, we've already looted this castle, so there's nothing else. Okay. So, it's the one and only Atesh, also Mr. Barbarian, also ABC 170. I'm having trouble keeping track of all these various aliases. Alright. So now we get into the shoving match between Bartz and Kara here. You have to try and pick a username that's not taken online. Unfortunately for me, Sula often gets taken, which is why I use that extra third L in there. I'm still annoyed that someone on YouTube took the Sula name, so I had to use the LC Sula. And Twitch. Someone on YouTube and Twitch had taken it before I could get it. And I was early on YouTube. My account on YouTube is from like 2007. So I was, or actually I think it's actually 2006. YouTube only was created in 2005. So I was an early adopter, and I still wasn't able to get my username on either Twitch. Twitch, I was not as early an adopter. I used OwnTV initially, which was what most people used initially. But then I had to switch to Twitch when OwnTV shut down. But that was after Twitch had already been up for a little while. But YouTube, I was pretty early on YouTube, and I still couldn't get the username I wanted, which was frustrating. Especially because the actual Sula account, had one video posted ever in, December 2005 or something, and that's it. And, that's why I couldn't get that username, which is really annoying. Alright. Alright, bye, everybody. Now we just get knocked out for no reason. I was just rushing over to tell everyone the bridge over the West River is complete. Wow, that's convenient. Good timing there. Boko, he's my prized chocobo. Remember him from the first 5 minutes of the game? Who we never saw again after that? Now he's back again. You're so poor at wide riding Windrakes. Boom. And then now they get into a shoving match for no reason at all. I feel like the developers were just like this. This was a night where they were just out drinking, and they were like, yeah, let's just have them start shoving each other. All right. So anyway, we've now lost half our party, but at least we still have Gladiator and Necromancer to mess around with. So you can walk over here. By the way, there are no random encounters. You can walk all the way over here, but there's no random encounters. And as you notice, we can't get past the river, so we can only go one direction here. I'm not really sure why there's no random encounters. It can actually be kind of bad because with no random encounters, it's actually impossible to gain golden experience right now. So whatever level you are stuck at that level until you get past the next mini-boss, which is the Antlion. Which can actually be bad for some classes, particularly the Monk has some trouble there. The Antlion likes to use what was Sonic Wave in the fan translation, and it's Discord in this translation. Cuts your level in half. Unfortunately, Monk damage is almost entirely based on level, so the Monk gets hit by that, and all of a sudden their damage just drops to nothing. But you can just keep running the battle until that doesn't hit. Hey, Boko. By the way, why does Boko get portrait art and Guido the Sage does not? At least we get the Chocobo music, though. You speak Chocobo, too? Just a little. What a ridiculous conversation. You speak Chocobo? Just a little. That would be so cool if, to make up for our missing party members, we added a chocobo into the party. This is his wife. Her name's Coco. How in now the two worlds, the spoiler is the two worlds combined together to make World 3. Coco was in World 2. Boko was in World 1. The worlds have been joined together for like an hour at this point. How in the world could they have met and gotten in a relationship in like 1 hour? I don't know what's going on with Chocobo physiology. And now we will heroically abandon Coco by riding on Boko the Chocobo. Chocobo marriage implies Chocobo religion. He says he loves her. Slick. And that while he's away, take care of the babies. But what happened in the hour the worlds were joined? What have you guys been up to? This is a family-friendly stream. Boko, the deadbeat Chocobo dad, instantly leaves. Yeah. Immediately leaves. But we need to get across that river, so it's all good. It's the only way to get across that river. By the way, I hope you like the Chocobo music, because we're going to be hearing it. By the way, yeah, so we're stuck on... We like, again, there's no random encounters. We're stuck on this guy. But Chocobos can cross rivers, so... Hooray. There's only one place we can go, by the way, and it's not over here. I'm just showing that we're completely boxed in on where we can go. See, we can't get through there either. Link Mario Sama's letting us know every leader who has 4 out of 10 unit emphasis. Not especially connected to the conversation we're having. Anyway, so there's the Torna Canal from very early in the game. Are they ducks? I mean, apparently they can walk through water, so maybe. By the way, there's our airship, which we can't get. See this little narrow one-way passage? We're about to get a cutscene as we go through here. Oh, maybe, is it the next? Well, I was wrong. By the way, there's the Village of Tools, so we can go in there. It's this one tile. Sorry, wrong one tile choke point. I knew there was a cutscene coming up. So we get to have our Antlion mini-boss fight here. Very easy in a normal party setting. Can be bad for some solos, as I said. We're just going to blast this thing to death with elemental attack and... By the way, Bart's horrible pet owner immediately starts attacking the Chocobo. In addition to remember he was hitting the turtle earlier too. Horrible pet owner. By the way, this is reused from Final Fantasy 2/4. The Antlion little pincers popping up and then coming in from either side. It's like, have we seen this before? I feel like we've seen this before in another Final Fantasy game. Alright, it did not use sonic waves, so that's good. Okay. It does have a chance to for the attacks to miss. This thing only has, I think, 7,500 health, though, so we'll be able to kill it pretty quickly here. Yeah, this is the attack it likes to use. So that will cut Kara's damage by a decent margin, because the magic damage formula is based on your level times your magic power stat, but it's just dead to the finisher. We get nothing for winning, because both of them already have their job classes maxed out. I don't think it's very great at all. What are we going to do? If only there was some way to get out. We just have to wait here until a rope gets lowered down. By the way, I like that the rope keeps getting pulled away from you. Again, what were the developers thinking when they did this little sequence? It's just all sorts of wackiness. Like, why does this suddenly turn into slapstick comedy at this point in time? Do you promise never to try and pull something like that again? Willing to admit you're wrong to make it without me? Alright, come on, get up here. At least we do rescue our Chocobo first. Still, what a strange little interlude in this game. Can we just attack the walls? I'm pretty sure the rock has less than 9999 hit points. Alright. Finally get Ferris back again. My parents are traveling today. They're going to visit my brother in Chicago. By the way, that one time we saw Ferris in the dancer sprite, that's the only time we ever see that. There's no way to ever see that again. I don't know why they came up with it just for that one scene. Why'd you come after us? I'm not cut out for being a princess. Pirating's more of my style. Not that we've seen Ferris do much pirating either. It is kind of weird, though, that we had like this climactic battle with Exdeath immediately into ridiculous slapstick comedy. Again, this game's tone is all over the place. Oh, ouch. What's wrong? I got a splinter. Well, I'm sure that won't be relevant at all. Don't worry, that splinter will not come back up again at all. Alright, so I wanted to... So here's all Ferris's sprites, by the way. I like how the armor is swallowing her up as a dragoon. Ninja, samurai, berserker in the... Was that supposed to be like a tiger costume or something? I'm not sure. Mystic Knight just looks weird. White mage, black mage, time mage, summoner. But I was trying to show the dancer one. Blue mage, red mage, Beastmaster with the little earmuffs, chemist, geomancer, bard, and then there's the dancer one. I used Ferris as my character for the solo dancer playthrough, so I'm pretty familiar with this one. I don't know that I've ever seen her as a necromancer before. She's got like the Maleficent head thing from Disney. Oracle, Cannoneer, Gladiator just looks awful. Like, that looks terrible. And then the default standard sprites there. Am I looking forward to seeing Wang Con again? I mean, sure, Wang Con's fine. There was a bug in the what's it called? In the SNES version. You could actually get off of the Chocobo on the doorway. And it was possible to get stuck because you could actually get off of the Chocobo on the entryway door, and then it was impossible to get back on the Chocobo again, which you needed to advance the game. So you could actually get like a just soft lock stuck status in the game. I believe they fixed that for the GBA version, though. I'm not super looking forward to seeing Frederick again. Frederick is one of the least interesting AIs in Civ 4. He's like a less cool version of Gandhi. Granted, part of that was his starting position last week was really bad. But yeah. I'm hoping we don't have to do 2 wildcard games, but I think the odds are pretty high. Because we have 3 games to go. If 4 leaders survive to go to the wildcard, then we'll have to do, at least we'll have to do 2 games. Because I'm not putting 12 leaders in a game. That's too much. The whole plot reminds you the tree hates you. I don't know that game. Interesting. What do you mean the world's merging? I see you're just as slow on the uptake as before. 1,000 years ago, the 2 worlds were one and the same. The same? It seems there is quite the echo in here. Again, I've played the Japanese version. The turtle is not this mean to Bartz in the Japanese version. This was just added for the English GBA translation. Why did the world split? To seal the void. Void? Bartz is being particularly dense here. I fear no matter how often I allude to your ignorance, my dry wit just goes over your head, so I will simply explain. It's a new rage game. What is a rage game? I'm unfamiliar with that genre. 1,000 years ago, they existed the presence of the strongest evil, Enuo. Enuo is in the bonus dungeon. He's the final enemy in the bonus dungeon. He possessed the power to control the void. After a long and harrowing battle, the people were able to defeat Enuo with the 12 legendary weapons. The void that Enuo had created could not be erased. As a last resort, they split the crystals into two. Then the world split into two as well, and the void was sealed within the space between the two worlds. I'm sure we won't be going there eventually. He really did want to return the world to how it used to be. But without the crystals, the wind will never return. Or earth, fire, or water. If only we had some Planeteers here. To use a 90s reference. Oh, that Splinter, that certainly was not relevant to the plot. Oh, hey. Look who it is. Didn't we just beat this guy? I guess that didn't matter. I turned myself into a tiny Splinter, waiting for just this moment. It's me, Dio! Now you can understand my true goal. Take the power of the void for my own. Why do you think I merged the worlds together? Mwahahaha. Remember, he's an evil tree. Now he starts sucking people into the void. So much this game could have been beaten with a pair of tweezers. The void is appearing as well. You're saying this void is coming here. The void will be released from its 1,000-year prison and into my keeping. I do like that Exdeath just starts sucking people into the void. That's pretty hilarious. That's like his solution to everything. Suck people into the void. Well, this goes just as well as you would have thought. Time to try again! Okay. Alright, maybe Ferris will have better luck. So, Link Mario Sama said, don't think alternate histories are a great gauge of a leader's strength. I think it's a good gauge of their strength on that particular map, which may or may not be reflective of, like, in more general. That said, if a leader's been on 15 different maps and they keep consistently looking strong in the alternate histories, probably a good indicator that they're a pretty good leader. But yes, everything's always map specific, but, like, Wynakopek's been good on almost every map imaginable, so he's pretty clearly a good AI leader. Alright, we just keep getting blasted by Exdeath. Boom! Boom! Well, we like to spam certain abilities too. Peons tremble before my might. A lot of mwahahaing here. Time for your viscera to see the light of day. If only we had a turtle to save us. Turtle! Link Mario Samus, for my predictions, I decide what I want to see and try to rationalize it. Freaking blue shells, I know, right? You think, this is again, not in the Japanese version. You think I sat around 7 centuries munching on pizza? That's a pretty good line, though. Another, wait, why is it ha ha ha? He needs to do mwa ha ha. You'll find no such tasty diversions in the afterlife. So apparently now he just set the entire cave on fire. Or something. Yeah, I do like that the climactic battle here is between a turtle and a tree. There's the mwahaha again. It's in Japanese it's fua. It's like fua, which they've translated as mwahaha, which makes sense. But I think it's fua in the Japanese version, from what I remember. Turtle, are you okay? If only he could be turned upright on his own. He needs people to pick him up when he gets knocked over. By Jove, what's that? Just the Library of the Ancients. The fabled Library of the Ancients? Of course you don't. It was in your world the whole time. Follow close, children. Within the library is a book that describes how to defeat Exdeath. And now we're outside the ancient library. A lot of cutscenes here. Oh ho, scholars from Surgate. We found the other half of the sealed tome. Oh yeah, I completely skipped Surgate Castle. There's basically nothing there that would have been useful. I just never even went there, which is particularly hilarious. We're like, oh, scholars from Surgate, and my party's like, wait, what's that? Where is that? So you know that they're from two different worlds because the ones on the left have like an orange coat and the ones on the right have a purple coat. But they have identical ponytails, so. The void's trying to break free. We'd better hurry there and stop it. I love the turtle just literally shakes his head no. Wait, so enthusiastic and yet so stupid? That's a good line too. So enthusiastic and yet so stupid. Many fearsome monsters were sealed a millennia ago. They're all incredibly evil and incredibly strong. As you are now, you kids wouldn't stand a chance. That's where you're wrong, buddy. But we will still grind it. We will still go do other things to grind and get stronger first. Legendary weapons used to defeat the Warlock Enuo. Legendary weapons? Sometimes I wonder if you say things like this to spite me. Yes, this is the 12 legendary weapons. They are weapons. They are legendary. There are even 12 of them. Now that we have both halves, if all goes according to legend, and I'm certain it will, the book will show us the way. I love that they literally just shove the book together. And that's how it's solved. They just shove two halves of the book together. As you do. That most of you probably know I have a PhD in history. This is literally how historians work. You find half of one book, and you take half of another book, and you shove them together, and that's how real scholarship's done. When nothing's power again does peak, to the light warriors this book shall speak. The weapons of legend were sealed within Castle Kuzar, or Kuza in this translation. 4 tablets must be assembled. 1 rests alongside spirits of the past, blessed by the soil. 1 in an island shrine, kissed by wind. 1 rests beneath the ocean's floor. 1 rests beyond the river's torrents, protected by water. Along with the keys to open the seal are sealed our servants. If the tablets are moved, our servants will awaken. The ultimate spells of white and black, the magic of time and space. Meteor, none of which we can use with this party. The Sea King Leviathan and the Dragon King Bahamut. Again, none of which we can use with this party. Present this book under the gate and the way to the seals will be opened. So cool, I guess we're taking the book with us. I mostly don't care for this translation. There are a couple points where it's amusing. Part of the reason why I don't like it is it does change a lot of things from the Japanese version. It takes a lot of liberties. Some of which work, but a lot of which I feel like do not actually work. Alright, unseal the 12 legendary weapons. We're all counting on you. Go and find the first tablet, blessed by the soil and spirits of the past. It must be the pyramid in the desert of shifting sands. Ferris Crowell, and even you, Late. You must go at once. Alright, well, we shall go do that. It's not really faithful, but a lot of it's at Bart's expense, and to be honest, he deserves it. Alright, well, we might as well use our free healing pot. By the way, the library is one of my least favorite places in the game, so I'm happy to get out of there. Alright, now, one interesting thing is we do have a place where Kara's going to be able to get the remaining, or not the remaining, but, oh wait, I think these guys absorb, don't these guys absorb wind element? Did I flip? Yeah, okay. So we need to use that poison rod. Equipping the poison rod does increase the damage by 50%. Can't use wind element on that guy. So I just have to attack normally. There we go. Okay, that guy didn't give us much of anything for winning. Guardian Tree. Hey, remember the tree? It's here too. Forest is beginning to come back to life. I mean, very, very gradually. Why can't Grandpa come back to life? I'm sorry. That's not how it works, little girl. I am sorry. By the way, at this point, it does look like you've just lost Lena forever, but we will get her back eventually. So many sacrifices. I won't stand by. Let's go so there won't be any more sacrifices. That's where you're wrong, buddy. We have plenty of sacrifices yet to go in this game. This game's plot is nothing but heroic sacrifices. Alright. Now the desert. Because the power of the earth is dead, now there's no shifting sands anymore. The sands, stop moving. Now that both sets of crystals have shattered, there's not enough power in the earth. So, hooray, I think. Anyway, before we go in the pyramid, we must go get our Brave Blade that we've been working towards the whole game by not running from battles. Oh, I should have used Blade Blitz there. Oh well. Whatever. We'll just evil mist them out of the way. I'm pretty sure these things don't resist poison. Yeah, that'll do. Well, that was a lot of experience for that battle. And we'll get to the point where Ferris will finally be able to use her combine ability, but we have to do all of the main dungeons in World 3 to unlock that. Alright, here we are. Well, we might as well use the inn because it's cheap to do so. Oh, we want to restock our high potions, that's right, because I burned through all those high potions. We need to buy some more. I mean, it costs 23,000 to do that, but we can finally get some more Phoenix Downs. We have plenty of money now. We'll get a few more of these. We don't really need to buy much else for the rest of the game. We also can finally sell. Let's clean it. Let's get rid of some of the stuff that we don't need in our inventory here. Alright. We're gonna just sell. Let's sell Rama to the shopkeeper. It actually doesn't let me do that, but it would be hilarious if we could. Sell it to the shopkeeper. Do I have 2 air knives? Oh no, that's the one that Kara needs. I mean, we won't need that for much longer because we'll be able to get something that gives her magic damage up for both poison and air. It's one of the legendary treasures. I mean, this is the only way we can put things to sleep. This is the only way we can inflict aging status. We don't need this though. The Great Sword doesn't have anything. The Excalibur we'll hold on to, I guess. The Blood Sword is useless. We'll sell that. The Twin Lance we can't use. The Partisan has a lower attack value than what we already have. This we can't use. That's only for samurais. Power Staff, maybe. You never know. The Flail is outdated. We don't need that anymore. The Flame Bow, Frost Bow. We're never going to use these at this point. That could put Darkness status. It could, in theory, be useful. I don't know. Maybe I could use that someday. We don't need this many diamond shields. I'll hold on to 1 in case I need protection from lightning element, but I will most likely never use that. So we made back most of what we spent. Alright. Did we ever play the piano? I can't remember if I played the piano in this town or not. I think I did not play the piano in here earlier. I guess I did play it because we didn't get the piano skill up. Alright, anyway, we gotta go get our Brave Blade, which is hidden back here. If I had a thief, I could actually see the path I'm supposed to walk on. Where is it? Is it on this side? Where is it? Can't see anything. There we go. I used to have the path memorized, but it's been too long since I played this. Alright. Here we go. Hi. Getting this far must mean you're very brave, or else just very lucky. I'll let you decide. Think you're brave? Take what's in the crate on the left. If you're a coward, take what's in the one on the right. I mean, again, most... And then it turns into a skeleton. I don't know why. Most solo games need the chicken knife, but this is not a solo game. Alright, anyway, Brave Blade is the highest attack value in the game. Also, very, very nicely, gives you the +5 to strength as well. Classes that can use the Brave Blade generally prefer this over the Chicken Knife because you don't have to deal with that 25% flee effect. Although because the Chicken Knife has scaling off of both the strength and agility stats, it can be better for some classes. But like Bart's having 62 strength is just wild. So that means he basically gets an attack multiplier almost every 2 levels. The formula for his attack multiplier is it's strength times level divided by 128. So every 128 points of strength he gets gives him another attack multiplier. He has 62 strength, so basically if he had 64, he'd get an attack multiplier every 2 levels, which is just ridiculous. But since he's at 62, he gets it every like 2 points. What is 128 over 62? Every 2.06 levels, he gets an attack multiplier. So he's going to do just outstanding damage now. I mean, Chicken Knife's great with a lot of them. It's good with dancers for Sword Dance. It's awesome with the Hunter class with X-Fight, or I think it's Rapid Fire in this translation. Because it's great with Thieves because they can use the Mug command. Anything that lets you deal damage and not have to go through the flee effect is just awesome. All right, well, anyway, now we can do this. I mean, yeah. Like, we don't even need to use Finisher. Also, Blade Blitz now has become way better with Bart's much higher strength. Anyway, we can just do this. But, like, Blade Blitz now will hit very hard and hit everything on screen. So I should be using Blade Blitz. I mean, between Blade Blitz and whatever Necromancer stuff Kara's doing, we have just a lot of damage. We have no healing right now without the Oracle in our party, but we have just ridiculous damage, so we can kill things very, very quickly. Alright, Pyramid. We have to fight the gargoyles to get in the door. I think it'd be a little tricky, because if you kill one, it can revive the other one, so you ideally want to kill them both at the same time. Let's hit this one in the back, and then we'll use Evil Mist, and that'll hopefully kill them both. Yeah, we lost our healer, but I mean, this should finish them both. They have 5,000 health, so this will probably finish them both off. If not, the next Blade Blitz should. Alright, they must be just... This should finish them both off. Oh my god. So I killed that one, and then the other one instantly revived it. Are you kidding me? And they can do this endlessly. It actually doesn't cost magic points for them to do this. It's just literally the thing insta-revived. I mean, this attack should kill it. Again, they only have 5,000 health. It can be very awkward for some solo characters to kill them. But anyway, we were able to take care of it. Blessed by the soil and the spirits of old, one tablet rests. It's way up on the top floor of the pyramid. Anyway, so of course we're going to go right back out. And... Alright, you are using the gold hairpin. Okay. I guess she had indeed used up that many magic points. Alright. Gotta keep those magic points up. Alright. Start out by going down to the bottom floor. Blade Blitz should work here. There we go. All right. A second Blade Blitz will kill them all, so I'll just do that here. Not enough magic points. Anyway, we should have time enough to get through this dungeon. Probably don't have time enough for another dungeon, because the pyramid is quite large. One weakness of Blade Blitz is it does do half damage to monsters that are in the back row. See, that staircase leads up. We're going to go down first, because there's only like one floor, I think 2 floors below this. Okay. This thing can charm us. Since Bart is in the back row, we'll use Finisher here. Well, bye. Okay, I don't think that's better than what we already have, but I will check. Increases well, I was gonna say it's better than the wizard hat, but Interesting. It has a lot of magic defense on it, which is interesting. Oh, also inspires the performance of Sword Dance. This is one of those things that causes it to be more likely that you'll pull Sword Dance, but we don't have a dancer. Anyway, I still want the gold hairpin because I want the half-cost magic point stuff. So there's no choice but to fall down right here into the basement. That's fine. There's treasures down here anyway. It's a trap. Monster attack. All right. That's Now we actually will get a what's it called? A new dark arts ability from killing these things. Ow. Okay, that did a lot. I hope these things don't absorb poison, so I have to go back to wind. Well, okay. That was not what I was looking for. Just don't hit Bart's right now. I'm going to have Ferris try to heal him, I think. Probably want Wind Element more than we want Poison Element right now. Alright, let's fix this. Air Knife. I kind of thought that might happen. Yeah, interesting name for an enemy that looks like cats doing handstands. 1600 XP is really nice. Yeah, there it is. Gain Drain Touch. This is the one, and we got another Ice Shield, so sure, I'll give that. Oh, no, wait, we have an Aegis Shield. Never mind. I'm not unequipping the Aegis Shield. But yeah, now we have Drain Touch. This is the only one that heals you. It doesn't heal for that much. It'll probably heal Kara for like 700 or 800, but like it's the only way she can heal in battle, short of breaking poison rods on her. I'll try to use that in one of these battles just to show off what it does. Anyway, those things hit very hard. Oh, hey, there's also snakes down here. These things are pretty easy to kill, though. That should kill it. They don't have a lot of health. Nice try. Alright. Alrighty. So now we're back here. We climbed back up to the first floor. To get out, we go to the left, but to get the treasure that's down here, we go to the right. I think that just one-shot. Yeah, I was like, okay, bye. Brave Blade does a whole lot of damage. Anyway, so there are some hidden passages through here. How's everybody doing? So that's a nice of you to ask that, like Mario Samus. Everybody's doing fine. Biggest issue is the kids have been getting us up very early. By the way, you can sometimes walk past the snakes without fighting them. They don't really give you much of anything. Yeah, the kids have been waking us up early a lot. It's kind of the biggest thing that's been happening lately. They keep waking up. Either one or both of them keeps waking up around 5:30, which is not ideal. Oh, I could have Drain Touched this. Oh, well. But yeah, they're doing fine. I should have put some pictures of them. I don't think I put pictures of them up on this computer recently. Sydney's about the same as usual. He's doing well considering that he's going to be 13 in a couple months. That's pretty old for a dog, especially a bigger dog like him. I mean, I think this guy has 500 health. Or 5,000 health. So I think this might kill it. Alright, we'll just Hellwind it. I could use Drain Touch here, but the problem is this thing's undead. I don't think Drain Touch works on an undead target. Oh, hey, I got a high potion. So now I can go in here. This is the Cursed Ring. We'll actually put this... This is actually decent to put on Bartzer right now. Look at the defense. Massive stats. Unfortunately, it does put you in Doom status, but few of these battles are going to last long enough for that to matter. It puts a ticking death clock above your head. For a boss battle, we want to take this off, but for right now, yeah, sure. It gave us 20 more points of defense. Yeah, no, the kids are fine. Let's see, what else have they been doing lately? Yeah, I mean, it gives us 50 seconds. That's more than enough time to win any non-boss battle. William keeps asking if he's 4 years old. He's very excited to turn 4. He doesn't turn 4 until September, though. So he is very excited to turn 4. He's going to start preschool in the fall as well. He's been in daycare for a long time. I'm not sure he fully understands what that means, that he's going to go to preschool in the fall, but he's excited for that. Charlie's been walking for a couple months now. He's more and more vocal all the time, more and more words. He understands a lot of what we say, but he can't vocalize his own words that much yet. And Liz started a new job about a month ago that she's been working at, and is enjoying it so far. But yeah, we're both tired just because the kids keep getting us up so early all the time. Because they seem to think that as soon as it's like 5 a.m., it's time to wake up, which we don't quite understand. All right. I was going to use a cottage, but I think we're good. Anyway, I tend to save often just because solo game habits, you can get wiped out pretty easily in a solo game. Clear out the bottom level, then go back and then save the game, because why not? Not that we get much for killing those things, but hey, it only takes a second or so to fight. It takes like 5 seconds to fight that battle. All right, here we can actually use Blade Blitz. I mean, 2 Blade Blitzes will kill them all, so... Of course, I could also just wipe them out here with Hell Wind, but... Those things are weak against lightning, so it did do double damage, but not quite enough. Yep. Not the most useful attack. Alright, the other... So one of them did an attack it didn't have enough magic points for. The other ones just choose to do nothing. They do have a chance to just do nothing on their turns. Anyway, that was easy enough. Not quite sure what those things are supposed to do. Alright, more snakes. You know what? We're going to try to Drain Touch you. Just because I want to show this off. Ha! That's right. That's what you get. 700 health back. Not bad. It does restore more than half of Kara's life bar. It doesn't scale great, though. Anyway, flip the switches. Other snake, you got lucky, bud. Alright, we do get some dark matter, which can be used by Ferris later on for combine. Anyway, this is a tough battle. This is a good one to use the Hellwind to just wipe everything. Well, interesting. Kara actually went before Ferris. I was not expecting that. I mean, that'll kill everything. I love the 1600 XP, though. That is a lot. We don't need ability points anymore. So there's another Flame Shield. I think the Ice Shield is better, or are they the same? Okay, the Ice Shield and the Flame Shield are exactly the same. I can't remember which one of these is more common here. Ice or fire attacks. We'll just switch to the new shield for funsies. I mean, we're going to be using... we're going to get... There is another Aegis shield in the game that we'll get for Bart's as well. At some point. Yeah, the snakes aren't actually undead. That's why I used it on that one. These things, the damn, those little cat things, they actually are undead, though. So, would not have worked. Anyway, there's some dark matter. Which can only be used by chemists and cannoneers. Anyway, Ferris is level 35 now. The damage formula for open fire is her level squared divided by 256. I'm just kind of see, did she recently get an attack? No, she gets another one, I think, on her next level up. Yeah, on her next level up at 36, she gets a... The damage will go up from her ability. That's pretty good damage. These things have a lot of health, I remember. Pretty sure these things are undead. So, I was going to Drain Touch it, but I think it would not end up... I believe this thing's undead, so I don't think it would work. Nice. I love it when I get that physical dodges. That's good damage. Okay, the skeleton at this point in the game is just kind of insulting. I think these things have around 10,000 health, something like that. Got a Dragon Fang. And the White Robe. Which is, unfortunately, inferior to... I mean, this is better than what Kara has right now. But the Black Robe is just strictly superior. Because, so, like, the benefit of this is supposed to be that it increases your stamina. This is the stat that determines how much health you have. But this actually does nothing. The game is apparently bugged in this regard. Boosting your stamina does not increase your health. So this does nothing. All it gives is 1 extra point in magic and then a little bit of extra defense and magic defense. And the Black Robe just gives you more. So, unfortunately, the White Robe is just strictly outclassed by the Black Robe because that one stat doesn't do what the game thinks it does or is supposed to do. So, like, Kara's health should have gone up by getting more vitality or whatever, and it just doesn't. Anyway. Alright, over to the staircase. Oh, these things. Of course we missed. These guys have some physical evade. They'll summon it. They summon in a monster, which is kind of amusing. Okay, please don't cast that on Kara. That would kill Kara if it went on her. They summon a monster. We got the confuse effect out of open fire, so that didn't end up happening. Alright, let's wait for the stairs trap to trigger. And then we'll head on up. Okay. Alright, now I've got all the robots we gotta get through. I want to try to get up to the next floor so I can save the game. And then we'll come down and kill these things. Mecha head. Oh, great. Would have been a good time for that to hit. Okay. Yeah, hit the one person who can't hit back. That didn't do much damage, though. These things are weak to electricity, if I remember right. So, and they have like 7,500 health, so Barts can probably just attack normally. This is the annoying thing they can do. They can do Wave Cannon. This is Surge Beam in the other translation. It does half of your health. Half of your max HP, not your current HP. And it also puts you in HP leak status. So a double Wave Cannon will always kill you. But this Hellwind will kill it, so... And sadly, killing these things doesn't really give you much of anything either, just ability points. So anyway, it dies, we get 4 ability points, that's it. All we really do is get rid of it off the screen. There's a save point just ahead, so we'll just restore health there. Hi, Kachatliak, welcome. Note that these things, yeah, couldn't even do any damage physically to Bart's there. Seems like a good Blade Blitz opportunity. Or would have been. I think this kills them. If it doesn't, it leaves them on very low health. There we go. Got money, no gold for that battle. By the way, there's no random encounters on that floor. Just... No random encounters on that floor, just the robots. So let's go down and get the treasures then. I don't really want to fight these because they don't give me anything for fighting them. I'm just going to go for the treasure chest, and if I hit them, I hit them. Of course, a finisher would also wipe this thing instantly. If Bart could stop missing. At least it failed on its missile attack. That does 3/4 of your current HP. So missile will never kill you because it does damage based on current HP. But it will do a lot of damage if you're at full health. Also, missile into wave cannon will always kill you as well. Okay, Bart, what the? You're just failing me here when I need you. Means I have to use another Hellwind. Yeah, we've still been over... I'm surprised we've been able to hold over 300 entries in the contest for this long. Seems like the participation rate's just been fantastic this year. Oops, I only meant to use one of those. Oh well, I've got 88 high potions. I think we're okay. Bart, can you do better this time? Remember, he has 50% odds to hit the elemental attack every time that I use it. Alright. That should kill it, because I think they only have like 7,500 health. Alright. Release more snakes! And we want to open up this chest. Does this have the black robe in it? No. Alright, another monster attack. Another one of these guys. Ow. This would also be a good time to elemental attack, given that we're backwards in row status and Kara just took a lot of damage. Alright, Bartz, you redeemed yourself. And there is a black robe in there. Alright. So again, if you want to see the difference between these two items, the black robe has the same stats, except that it has higher magic and it doesn't have the stamina bonus, but the stamina bonus is bugged and doesn't do anything. So it's just better in every way. Alright, now it's 62 magic. Kara gets a magic damage multiplier every 256 points of magic. So she gets, that's basically every 4 level ups, or a little bit less than that, but basically every 4 level ups she gets more damage on her spells. Oh, we got the stupid... Alright, go away, Aspis. Okay. It did almost no damage at all. Alright. Here, give me some health back. That's what you get. It is always amusing that necromancers have such high HP growth. Okay, sure, whatever. Have fun with that. Eat a cannon to the face. Alright. Let's go grab the other chest. An elixir. Wait, what the heck? Did we get poisoned? We apparently walked over something that... I must have walked over one of the spikes. Oops, I'm the wrong person again. I did walk, that's right, I did walk over a spike. Alright. More mummies. Yeah, things have enough now that open fire is not as overpowered as it was earlier. That's absolutely true. I mean, like, over time, which classes have been stronger than others has shifted. Still very good, though. And we will get combined, which is great for boss killing soon. Okay, well, these guys are still alive, so let's make sure they're not alive anymore. Alright, what's in this one? Oh, the Thorn. Okay, this is a helmet that it puts you in HP leak status. Increases your health even further, or your defense even further, but puts you in HP leak status. I personally don't like wearing this. I'm not going to put this on. The only one who would make sense to put it on is Bart's, but I don't like having his health constantly going down at all points in time. Alright, could you maybe... I mean, that works too. I'll take that. Nice. Did you see what happened there? So the mecha had tried to use Missile, which, as I said, does 3/4 of current health, so that would have done like 800, 900 damage to Ferris. But her Aegis Shield kicked in and blocked it, because the Aegis Shield can always block any ability. Awesome. Good work, Ferris. Oh, interesting. I'm kind of curious what it's going to do to itself here, because it's in confused status. Alright, well, whatever. We'll just finish it off. That works. Yeah, and that's and the Thornlet's famously involved in a bug for the Berserker, where you could get the stat to go, the magic power stat to go negative. I believe that bug has been fixed in the Game Boy Advance version, which is what we're using here. And now we don't have a Berserker, but I don't think that we would have been able to pull that off anyway. Hey. Hi, Queen. Bye, Lamia Queen. Unfortunately, we ran right into the snakes again. Yeah, good try. And then it was Bartz's turn in his ridiculous gladiator getup. Okay, I mean, that would be more concerning if you weren't just dead instantly. Alright. So there's a couple more trapped treasure chests up here. We could wear them down with multiple blade blitzes, but these things are actually fairly dangerous. They hit pretty hard. Let's just wipe them out. I think they have around 3,500 HP. Holy Waters. Hey, we get some Dark Matter. We'll use that later on when we have Ferris's combine. Oh, these things. The statues. Come on, let's hit them. There we go. Apparently, 2 of them are in the front row and 3 are in the back row. Remember, we actually learned Hellwind from these things. So it's time to send it back at them. It's a good thing they can't use Hellwind. A lot of money. No gold from that battle, though. Or a lot of money, but no experience, sadly. And the crystal armor. There we go. That's better than this. Here we go. Does lose 3 strength, but look at that defense increase. That's a huge defense increase. So even though that sucks giving up the losing 3 points of strength, I want that defense increase. That's just nine additional points of defense is just really, really good. All right, anyway. So that was what's down there. I could have just attacked. I don't think I even need that extra damage. They have actually no, they have 4,000 health exactly. Literally did the exact amount of damage needed to kill that thing. So I guess that was the right call. All right, now isn't there a hidden passage over here somewhere? Or do I drop down from the floor above to get in there? Can't remember. Are you sure you want to wear that? Crystals don't last long around us. Well, that just put it in confused status. So this is a great opportunity to get some health back. Oh, cool. It just put us in armor status. Cool. Also, give us some health. Okay. So a physical hit will knock this Zephyrus out of its confused status. So that's why we're just using all magic damage right now. This Flaremancer, I think, kills it. Yeah, +9 defense is huge with how the damage formulas are... They're all based on multipliers in this game. The actual damage tends to be fairly low, and then it gets like a big multiplier applied to it. So 9 extra base defense is a really big deal. Yeah, we can walk back here, but that's right. We have to drop down from above to get those chests, even though you can walk back there. I mean, we could also just... You could also just get elemental attack and end this really quickly. That'll confuse it again. Okay. No! No! Not the heal on my party. Cast Cure 3 instantly red lines. That'll do it. I mean, we don't really get much from that battle, but... It's like, confused status. I'll help you. Cure 3. Alright, which one of these? I think you hit the left one first. Yeah, there we go. The right one will shove you into that, that hole in the ground. I guess we don't really need to Blade Blitz them because I'm just wiping them out. Well, no, actually, I'm not sure if the Hellwind would do enough damage to kill them without the Blade Blitz damage. Because these things have a lot of health. They might not have... The Hellwind might not do quite enough to wipe them all out, so... More Dark Matter. Obviously, this is the same battle we fought a couple times already. I mean, I can just chill. I don't even need to use that. Someone picked the Nun category. Eventually, we are going to have an AI Survivor game where no one dies. That is going to happen someday. It hasn't happened yet, but it will happen someday. All right, we actually need to drop down here, so fall down deliberately. Go get our chests. A lot of trapped chests in here, right? Oh, back attack. Okay, that's gonna hurt. When they do that critical attack, yeah. Good job, Ferris, blocking that. Okay, could have been worse. Blade Blitz is not going to do that much because we're in the back row, so it'll only do half normal damage. And this is an obvious time where we need to use the Wind of Hell to take these things out, since we're in an awkward spot here. Alright, so Ferris, as I said, there's more dark matter. We'll be able to use that later. And again, you do not heal on leveling in this game as you do in more modern RPGs. How do we... Wait, how do we get down there? Oh, this way. Oh, it's Sekhmet. Okay. Yeah, once you beat this guy, you don't have to fight him again. He's like a mini-boss. None for Sedai is only possible if I don't make a prediction. You may have defeated me, but my brother in the tower will. We have to... The Minotaur in the tower is, I guess, this guy's... We got one experience. One of those little Easter eggs in the game. You're like, why is this in the game again? Okay, how do we... There. How do we get... I swear there's a way to get down to that other chest. Okay, this is annoying me enough that we're just going to do this. Alright. Oh, there's no, okay, there's no passage. So we do have to drop down from further up. Okay. So we do have to drop down from further up. Now we gotta pick our equipment. That's fine. No, not the bone mail. And yeah, okay. So we have to go back up and then drop down there. Yeah, none usually happens in alternate histories where you have it's typically where someone can just win like really fast cultural victories, and it's like a very peaceful field. So not this one. I guess we got to try. Oh, I guess we got to do this. Fall down from here to get that chest. Okay, no, that did not solve the problem. I guess we have to be further down. We're just where we were before. Okay, so that was not the answer. My bad. Okay. Hopefully this just kills it. I think that kills this thing. Alright. Yeah, they don't have that much health by this stage of the game. Alrighty. And before Shaka wins a cultural victory on turn 190. I don't think that's going to happen. So I've definitely seen some games in the alternate histories where no one died. Like, it's definitely happened in some of the games I've run, and in some of the games other people have run too. I think in general the odds are about 1 to 2% to see that happen. It does depend on the map. Some maps it's just never going to happen. On others it's actually fairly commonplace. Not commonplace, but like it's not ridiculous to happen on some of the maps. Okay, parts. Okay, there's only one thing left. Yeah, the first game this year definitely could have it happen. It wasn't that far off from happening in the game we saw. Like that was in play as a possibility. All right, fall down here. Oh, we need that sand to be running to shove us down. Okay. We're almost at the top of the pyramid, by the way. It's a large dungeon, so we've been in here a while. All right, here we go. A lot of effort going into getting this chest. I can't even remember what's in there. Well, it's a trap, of course, but... We confuse that one. But we're just going to howlin them out of the way. They make kind of a weird line standing there. 2 looking right and 1 looking left. Oh, there's one of them still alive. He'll start focusing, yeah. If he gets this attack off, it'll do like 9,000 damage. We just have to kill him before he gets the attack off, which we just did. The black... Oh, that's the upgraded medium armor. This is the better for Ferris. Now remember, Ferris doesn't use the strength stat, so that doesn't matter. But at higher agility and higher defense, less equipment weight, it's an upgrade for sure. So that was good to get. Oh, now we have to... Where do we exit from this? Here we go. Is it possible to make a pie chart of victory date? I mean, it's probably possible. I've never tried to do that. It's probably possible, but I'm not... The thing is, I'm not sure that it would be really that useful just to see. I mean, I guess you'd get like a sense for whether people thought it would be a long or short game, but I'm not sure it would really be that interesting to look at, so I'm inclined probably not to try to figure that out. It's a good question. I think it's one of those things that's not ultimately that interesting. Or not as interesting as it sounds like. Whereas, like, it's very relevant, obviously, to know the leaders and then the finishing date. Or not the finishing date. The victory condition also is pretty interesting, I think. Alright, we've seen the bubble animation a couple times. Could do a histogram, I suppose. Link Mario Samus would find it interesting, yes, I'm sure. Again, we can't run from battles because of Brave Blade. Alright, now we're getting up to the top floors. Now you can't go through those doors. You have to go up above and then drop down. Here it's a moving floor puzzle. The trick is there's some certain squares, like this tile never drops out. This tile never drops out. So you can like walk on them. And then that gives you time to open up the treasure chest. There's a ribbon. Unfortunately, only dancers can use ribbons in this game. The Protect Ring's pretty good, though. I might slap that on. And there's another gold hairpin. Right? Yeah, there's another gold hairpin. So instead of being in curse status, we can use this. Now, again, the big issue with this is it's supposed to give you 5 more points of stamina, which means more health. But it's bugged. Like, that doesn't do anything. That said, it's still pretty good because it does put you in regen status, which is nice, and gives extra magic defense. So that's better than the cursed ring for like a boss fight where we have to watch our health. Anyway, so over here, we have to get these 2 chests, which are, of course, also trapped. Anyway, welcome those of you just getting here. Oops, I actually meant to use Blade Blitz there. Well, that'll definitely kill one of them. I guess we're going to find if Hellwind does enough damage to take them out on its own without being softened up by Blade Blitz first. Alright, did do enough damage. So I guess I did not need to use the Blade Blitz. More Dark Matters. And welcome those of you who are just getting here. We are going to switch over to the Civ 4 portion in a few minutes. This should take out the... I want to take out one of the headstones. Apparently only one of them was considered to be in the front row, which is kind of ridiculous. Skeleton! 100 damage! Random thing, can you turn on closed captions? I don't know how to do that, actually. I'm not sure how to do that on Twitch. If anyone knows, I can try to do that. Oh, hey, that Iron Draft is also a drop that can be used in chemist mixes. Please don't. Okay. Oh, is that something that pops up for everyone if I set it? Because I don't want that to show up on everyone's screen. I actually do not like to watch things with closed captioning on, personally. My wife often likes to watch TV programs with closed captioning on. I personally do not, but that's like everyone has their own personal preferences for that kind of thing. You can turn it on as an individual. For some reason, it's not available. Okay, I probably have a setting I should need to turn on. Again, if anyone knows how to do that, then let me know, and I can try to do that. It's just like when I'm streaming, there's 100 people here. I don't want to be like fiddling in settings menus on Twitch because I just don't know how to do that off the top of my head. Anyway, I think we have like 7 dark matters as a result of this dungeon. Yeah, 8 dark matters now. But if there is an easy way for me to turn that on, then of course I'd like to have people be able to understand better and be able to like follow the broadcast more easily. The first tablet, yay. Holy moly, what's going on? So now we go up to the top of the pyramid. Something's written on the tablet. The Dragon King Bahamut. Huh? So apparently that little peninsula was, in fact, Bahamut, who's supposed to be just absolutely enormous. Nice 16-bit sprite design, by the way. And I like the shadow effect, that it's supposed to be so big that we're under its shadow right now. I'll meet you at the summit of North Mountain. We're not going to go fight that right now, though we probably could kill it if we had to. Just make sure to bring reflect rings. Which we already have 2 reflect rings. Alright, there's the airship. Very conveniently coming back to us. Alright. Let's go get the airship. By the way, notice that there was no boss fight in here, right? Kind of suspicious that there was no boss fight in here. And just for no reason at all, I'm going to swap off that... for no reason at all, I'm going to swap off that cursed ring. And restore magic points. No particular reason or anything. Now, we'll go fight Bahamut eventually. But that won't be in today's session. What's this? Hi, Windrake. Bye, Windrake. She's back. Where did you come from, Lena? Somehow Lena returned. This body is mine. It's evil Lena. Go forth, Melusine. This was Marigine in the fan translation. But similar, basically the same thing. Hi, Exdeath. He's moonwalking, apparently. More mwahaha. All that was once sealed in the rift is now mine to command. Lena, stop! Lena! Another mwahaha. I should have done a mwahaha counter. That would have been fun. How many times he says mwahaha. I swear if Montezuma wins the game today, it's going to be so hilarious. That would be just like a great way to troll all of us if Montezuma wins the game today. Montezuma first, Gandhi second. Watch as I take care of a turtle infestation. Hello, welcome anyone just getting here. We are about to switch over to Civ 4. As you can probably see because I have a countdown timer on this screen. Oh, I hope you weren't too attached to the turtle sage because he just got sucked up into the void. And will we be seeing him again? The answer is no. No, we will not. He's gone for the rest of the game. Had to take out the turtle. He was the most dangerous one. Apparently Jack DRB is one of those 5 Montezuma predictions. Soon, very soon. Power of the way will be mine. The entire earth will kneel before me. One more. Mwah ha 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 ha. Lena, stop. Stop killing your other party members. If only the Windrake could fly in and sacrifice itself. By the way, that's another Windrake killing itself to try to hit, apparently attacked Lena. The demon is expelled from Lena's body. How did that work? Who knows, but now the demon's out of her body. Now. Also, definitely the game's most revealing sprite design. Very suggestive. We'll just leave it at that. So this is the standard shifts its weakness boss. It flips around at different points in time between whether it's weak to fire or ice or lightning. We don't use any of those damage types though, so we don't really have to worry about that. Would have been nice to have hit that. And it likes to cast elemental spells at you. Apparently, by the way, apparently not immune to being confused. Because we just put it in confused status. Looks like it absorbs wind elements in this form, though. So I am not going to hit this, because that'll knock it out of its confused status. Open fire is magic damage, though, so that won't do anything. Let's try poison element. It absorbed wind, so that didn't do anything. Let's try poison. And if not, that we'll use drain touch then. Alright, absorb poison as well. Not off to a great start here. But it's confused, so it won't hit us. We keep pulling the red shot, which is the one that inflicts confusion. But you know what we can use? Good old-fashioned drain touch. Make your own joke here about how we're drain touching this particular sprite. I'm just going to leave that alone and not touch that. So, I mean, we'll just keep shooting it with the cannon, because apparently that's working. If Bartz hits it with a physical attack, then we'll knock it out of being confused. So let's just keep not doing that. I mean, if I pulled elemental attack, it would be fine. But yeah, apparently this thing does not know what to do when it's been confused. It has around 20,000 health, for anyone who's curious. I can't remember the exact amount, but it's right around 20k. Cryle, be careful what you touch, indeed. It's just literally doing nothing. It's just letting us sit here and wail on it with magic damage. Good thing open fire is magic damage and not physical damage. And, oh. Alright, there we go. It finally attacked itself and then knocked itself out of its confusion. So now Bartz can do something again. Although I just realized if Bartz uses his elemental attack, it's wind element damage, so it's just going to be absorbed. I should just have him physically attack. Alright, maybe we'll finally see this boss do something. It's literally done nothing the whole time. Because we've had it confused, like, literally the entire time. Okay, it's going to cast Ice 3, which does does a lot of damage, but guess what? Drain Touch will just heal that right back again. It should be almost dead. Ha, you thought you could damage me? Well, I'm just going to suck that life right back again. Yeah, nice try. So not our fastest battle, but kind of one of our safest battles. Yeah, there. Well, that works. As I said, not the fastest battle, but a pretty safe one. And now we have Lena back again. Hooray! People think Boudica's leaderhead is not particularly risque. The castle. We were the darkness. Don't try to speak. We just had to sacrifice another Windrake. So we lost a Windrake, but we gained a Lena. We have our Oracle back yet once again. By the way, nice little gameplay touch here. Lena comes back dead. I've always find that amusing. She literally comes back dead. So we have to Phoenix down her back to life. Alright. So anyway, really good timing here. We are right at time. So we'll pick up with this bunch of rowdy kids in the next session of Final Fantasy V. For now, though, we're going to be shifting over to Civ 4 AI Survivor Season 9 game numbers. What are we on? 6? So stay tuned for that if you're here.